Hello, everybody. My name is LaPretty, and I am the Dominican Voodoo Spiritualist. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about Santa Marta la Dominadora, or Saint Marta the Dominator. So, Saint Marta the Dominator, or Santa Marta la Dominadora, is a very popular mysterio or spirit in the religion of the 21 divisions known as Dominican Voodoo. Her day is Tuesday. People go to her to pretty much be relieved of blockages if they may have anybody blocking them from reaching their destiny, anybody blocking them from reaching their goals, or anybody that's just standing in their way of becoming successful or becoming free, or if a person is just being blocked by an enemy who just doesn't want to see them grow or who just doesn't want to see them prosper. Santa Marta is a very loved and admired and highly favored Misterio in the 21 divisions. Anybody who practices the 21 divisions, or anybody who is friends or acquaintances or who frequents the spaces of people who practice the 21 divisions or are initiated, know that Santa Marta la Dominadora has a lot of kids. She has a lot of daughters as well. And one thing I will tell you is that if you are a daughter of Santa Marta la Dominadora like me, you pretty much know that we don't put up with nothing. We don't put up with any mess. We don't put up with any chaos. We don't put up with any confusion because that's how our mom is. Our mom doesn't put up with any mess. She doesn't put up with any confusion, chaos, turmoil, so on and so forth, and she gets the job done. Another thing about Santa Marta is that she is a very loving mother. She's very protective, and she is very, I want to say that she is loving, but she has more so of like a tough love demeanor. Like she will hear you out and she will understand you and what you're saying and what you're trying to do. But for the most part, she will be like, okay, you need to get this done. Okay, you need to make sure that you do XYZ so that you don't get in any trouble. Or you just need to do what it is you have to do so you go ahead and get done with it instead of wasting time and procrastinating. Like that's who she is. Like a lot of the other misterios, like Metreseli or Anaisa, they may be, more understanding, or they may be a bit more compassionate. But when it comes to Santa Marta, she's like, okay, I told you what I told you. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. But when you're a daughter or a child of Santa Marta la Dominadora, you're pretty much prepared for this because you pretty much understand what she's trying to tell you. You understand what she wants you to do, and you understand what she means. So when you're a child of Santa Marta la Dominadora, that's pretty much what comes with the territory. Now, Santa Marta is known as like a savior. She's also known as a protector because of the story that she has surrounding snakes. So there's a story where there was a boy who wandered into the cemetery and Santa Marta was there praying. Because to those who don't know, Santa Marta is not only a black spirit, because there's three divisions within the 21 divisions. You have the white division, La División Blanca. You have the Indian division, La División India. Then you have the black division, La División Negra. And Saint Martha is a part of the black division, but she's also a part of the Gede family or the Gede spirits. The Gede spirits are pretty much the spirits who dwell within the cemetery, such as Papa Gede or Gede Limbo, Barón de Cementerio, and so on and so forth. And Santa Marta la Dominadora is actually a companion, and some people may even consider her to be the lover of Barón de Cementerio. So the story goes that Santa Marta was praying in the cemetery, and a little boy had wandered into the cemetery, and all of a sudden, snakes started to surround him. And when these snakes started to surround him, Santa Marta swooped in and saved the boy from being attacked by the snakes. So as you guys can see, there's a picture of Santa Marta la Dominadora right behind me, and you see where there's a little boy in the far, I want to say in the far, oops, in the far, this is my left. In the far left corner, there's a little boy there, and as you can see, he's being faced. Oh, my light keeps falling. Okay, and as you can see, like in the left side, in the left bottom corner of the picture, you see the little boy being faced with the snakes. And then Surrounding that little picture, you see Santa Marta la Dominadora holding two snakes. She's holding one around her neck, and one is surrounding her and going up to her chest. The reason why she's known as the Dominator is because she dominated those snakes. She overthrew them, she overpowered them. She says, "Hey, you're not going to attack him. He's mine. So back away." And that's pretty much how she is with her kids. Like, if you go to Santa Marta on a Tuesday, and if you offer her a black cup of coffee or black coffee, and you offer her a cigar with a bottle of Malta, and you say, "Hey, there's a lot of chaos going on at my job. They don't know left from right. One minute they're telling me to do this, the next minute they're sending me home. I really want this job. I really want to make a check. I don't understand why they keep treating me like this. I need your help to set the record straight." And she'll get it done for you. She'll put everything in place. She'll put people in place, and she'll get the job done. Another thing that people always talk about when it comes to Santa Marta is her being able to bring back men. And I'm going to explain that. So, when you go to Santa Marta for a man, now, Santa Marta, even though she may be considered a masculine energy woman or a masculine woman, she can get a man. Like, most daughters who are children of Santa Marta, they have no problems getting male attention. They have no problems getting boyfriends. They have no problems with getting companions because Santa Marta, she may be rough and tough, but she's known for being very pretty, very sexy, very dominant, very intriguing, very interesting. But she knows how to attract people. She knows how to bring a lot of attention to herself. And what really brings that attention to her is her dominance. So, to those of you who are dominant, or you may be, I don't even like saying masculine. To those of you out there that are like dominant, or you're the type of person that likes to take control or take the initiative, don't feel bad about that being unattractive to men because, like I said, Santa Marta is a go getter. She's a dominator. She's very, straightforward, straight to the punch about everything that she does, and she's a tough cookie, and she can still get men. Because there have been a lot of women that I have read in like consultations where I consulted with the Mysterios and the 21 divisions. And if Santa Marta was their mother, especially if it was a female that I was reading, they didn't have issues getting men. They was trying to figure out like what man should she choose, or what they in the reading most of the time. If Santa Marta came up, the person I was reading, they was trying to figure out which man they should choose from the women, I mean from the men that they had, lined up for them. So when it comes to Santa Marta, she can help you get men because she has no problems getting men, even though she's a dominant spirit. But when it comes to her bringing back men, from my experience, if you're in a mutual relationship, if you're in a consensual relationship, if you are in a honest, genuine relationship. And say, for example, he's cheating on you and leaving or stepping out all the time, or he's being distant, or he's acting like he doesn't know what to do. Santa Marta la Dominadora can pull him back in. She can reel him back in from that. But if a man has chosen to cut you off or to leave you because that's his choice and that's what he wants to do, I want to say Santa Marta, if she sees potential in the relationship, or there's hope, or there's some type of way that the relationship could work out, then she might bring him back. But if the man is adamant about not coming back to you, not being yours, not being there for you, or yada yada yada, then she's not going to bring him back. Because the thing about magic and the thing about spirituality is that you can control and manipulate and possess people and whatnot with this stuff. But when it comes to free will, sometimes the spirits may not listen to you. And the thing is that you have to be careful when you do root work or spirit work or any type of work on people because you don't know who works with them or who walks with them. Because sometimes the people that we least expect to be spiritual can be more spiritual than people who walk around with turbans and eleques on every day. So with Santa Marta la Dominadora, that's pretty much who she is, but she's also good with business. Like, the main things that Santa Marta is good for is opening up your roads, breaking up blockages, getting people who are bullying you to leave you alone, getting your house in order if there's a lot of chaos, getting your job in order if there's a lot of chaos going on in your job or workplace. She's good at bringing back men that may be walking out on you, not being faithful or being inconsistent. She can help you get a man if you're single. She can help you with money, where if you're having issues with money where it's hard for you to control your finances, she can help you tame your finances. Another thing is secrets. So if people are hiding secrets from you, or if you have some things that may be hidden from your view or hidden from your sight because you may have forgotten about them, or you may have not noticed something beforehand, she can bring it to the forefront and bring it to your attention. So Santa Marta is one of those people where she's not only honest and sincere, but she does not like pulling the wool over people's eyes. Like if you serve her and you ask her to reveal people to you, or to reveal situations or the secrets that keep people are keeping from you, she will, whether they are hurtful or not. Because my thing is that, and this is a thing like with hurt and honesty, because people a lot of times think that spirituality is all about me, I, or it's all about getting rich, or it's all about getting what you want, or it's all about being happy all the time and laying in a bed of roses all the time. Like when it comes to the spirits, they are very honest, they're very sincere, but they will be honest with you about any and everything, whether it hurts your feelings or not. But they will protect you and they will be honest with you, but they'll also be upfront with you. Because with Santa Marta la Dominadora, she is a very good spirit. She's a very strong spirit, very dominant, but she doesn't like to be played with. So if you want to come to her, make sure that you come to her with honesty and sincerity, but most importantly, respect. Because if you don't come to her with respect, or if you're coming to her about something that's not that serious or stupid, then she's not coming to that. And then another thing that I want to say is that I don't know why, but for some reason, there's a lot of wickedness going on in the spiritual world. There's a lot of people having issues with mambos and hugans or high priests or high priestesses, and people getting hurt and people getting hexed and things of that nature. Be very careful with that, because here's one thing that I want to say. If you are a spiritualist and you're not initiated, then you shouldn't be getting into it with no mambo, hugan, or priest or priestess. If they have done you wrong, then it would be good to go to a mambo or a hugan or a high priest or high priestess that's trained and skilled in defenses, but also in return to senders for people on that level or for people of that nature, because it's going to protect you. The reason why I say this is because as a spiritualist who's not initiated, you can defend yourself, but only so much and only so far before you have to get somebody of a higher status or caliber in the spiritual realm to help you and cover you. Because one thing I want to say is that if you get into it with a mambo or a hugan or a high priest or high priest, and you're thinking about going to Santa Marta la Dominadora to dominate them or to roll over on them or to break up any blockages that they may have placed on you, if Santa Marta crowns their head, she's not going to help you. Because the thing that people don't know is that when you are a priest or priestess and you're crowned by these spirits, you have divine force, divine power, but you also have divine authority. And when it comes to these spirits, if you are not a priest or priestess, then in some cases and situations, they're not going to let you get back at them. Even though they may be wrong, they're not going to let you get back at them. And so, in cases like that, you will have to go to another priest or high priestess to help you. And another thing I want to say about Santa Marta is that a lot of people do use her or venerate her or honor her. And some people may say, oh, it's disrespectful if you're not Dominican or if you're not a part of the 21 divisions. and you're serving her. Why are you serving her? You don't know her. She doesn't follow you. Here's the thing. So, if you have had a spiritual investigation, which is pretty much a reading where a reader will consult with your ancestors and it will come up as to what spirits walk with you. If Santa Marta is in your spiritual court, then it's okay for you to serve her. The main reason why we have a spiritual court in the African traditional religions is because they are our defense. They are our army. They are the ones who back us up and they cover us whenever we need it. Um, Another way that you can serve Santa Marta is not only if she is within your spiritual court, but if she so happens to be your spirit guide, and I know that may be the same thing as spiritual court, but I know everybody doesn't always serve. Well, I'm not going to say serve. Everybody doesn't always practice espiritismo because the spiritual investigation, which discovers your spiritual court, the main people who do spiritual investigative readings are the ones who are in the African traditional religion, Espiritismo, Santeria, the 21 divisions, department. But I know everybody doesn't always follow those faiths or follow the faith of Espiritismo. So you may be a person who just believes in angels and spirit guides and things of that nature. And say someone does a spiritual path reading for you and you have different spirits popping up in the reading that so happen to follow you. And Santa Marta is one of the spirits that is your spirit guide who follows you. So that's when it would be okay for you to serve her and to honor her. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know anything about her, if you don't know, how to serve her, honor her, or whatever the case may be, then don't serve her unless you have gone to a Mambo and Hugan. And a Mambo is a high priestess in the 21 divisions. A Hugan is a high priest in the 21 divisions. A Brujo or Bruja, depending on who you ask, they are high priests or high priestess in the 21 divisions. Or you could go to a Caballo, someone who is the horse of the spirits. Or you could go to a Servidora, or who's considered a servant of the spirits, and they could do a reading for you to determine whether the 21 divisions path is right for you or if the spirits of the 21 divisions follow you. That's the only time it would be safe for you to work with Santa Marta la Dominadora. Because I do want to say is that if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't know how to use these spirits properly, it can work against you because there have been people who have started to dabble into voodoo or dabble into Ifa or they have dabbled into Palo or Espiritismo and things did the opposite instead of what they originally wanted it to do and they ended up suffering for it. So that's why you have to be careful when you serve these different spirits and these different religions. Because if you don't know what you're doing or don't understand what you're doing, or don't quite understand, who's who in the spirit world and who to use stuff against and who not to, it could be very detrimental for any and everything in your life, including your job, including your health, including the well being of your family, including your status and reputation, and even your financial stability. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this video was informative enough for you all. And don't forget to like, comment, leave positive comments in the comment section, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a good day.